everyone, and thank you for joining me today for another session of Music and Movement. So I have a question for you. Have any of you ever seen or played a kazoo? Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background history about kazoos. So a kazoo is a type of instrument known as a mirliton, and it's an instrument which produces sound waves that create kind of a vibrating sensation. And often when we play a kazoo, we do a humming to make the actual sound. So, a little bit more history about a kazoo. It was actually come about by a guy named Alabama Vest back in 1840 in Georgia. He came up with this idea of creating it. So he came up with a team. He teamed up with a manufacturer of clocks named Thaddeus von Glegg, and they created the very first kazoo. And this kazoo was actually presented for the very first time at the Georgia State Fair in 1852. So that's a little bit of background history about how kazoos came about and exactly what they are. But today I'm so excited you're going to have an opportunity to make your very own kazoo. So if you have other family members in your house or friends, I encourage you to have them as well come join in. So you only need a few items for this. So what you will be needing are 2 popsicle sticks. I did use the jumbo size, but I believe the smaller one might work as well. And then I have 3 rubber bands, one that's a little bit wider, and then 2 that are a little bit more on the thinner side, okay? And then also 2 toothpicks. So I'm going to explain to you how you're going to make your own kazoo. So here we go. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of our popsicle sticks, and I'm going to take the rubber band that's a little bit thicker, and I'm going to stretch that rubber band lengthwise. So from the longest point to the other point, like this. Okay? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my toothpicks, and I'm going to slide it underneath the rubber band about like this. Okay? Next step, I take my second popsicle stick and I'm going to lie it right on top like a sandwich with the toothpick in between, and it looks like this. Once I have those together and lined up, then I take one of my thinner rubber bands and I'm just going to wrap it around the end. Now, if you're not very good with rubber bands, you might have somebody else help you with this part. And I just wrap it around as snug as I can get it without breaking the rubber band so that it looks like this. Okay? Now, my next step, I still have a toothpick left. This toothpick, remember how the first one went underneath the rubber band? This one is not going to go underneath it, but it's going to sandwich between the 2 popsicle sticks in about the same location. So the only difference is this one over here had to slide underneath the big rubber band. This one on this end does not slide underneath the rubber band. It will just lie on top of the rubber band. Okay, so now the next step, we are going to take this final rubber band here and we are going to wrap it around the end, just like we did the other one. And like I said, on this part, you may want to ask for a little bit of help on this part as well. Okay, and this is what it looks like. And you can see the one longer rubber band on the other side, the 2 toothpicks in there, and your other 2 rubber bands on the end. Very good. Awesome. And so then the last step is we're going to take some scissors, and you might want to ask for some help with this part. And you're basically just going to clip off the ends of the toothpicks to where it goes pretty much all the way to the popsicle sticks. Okay, and so that it looks like this. All right, and then you are ready to play your kazoo. So here's my kazoo, and all I do is I kind of produce a humming sound into the center of the kazoo. And just have some fun playing your very own kazoo. So hopefully, whoever's in your house, maybe you can get a band going together and see what kind of fun music you can make at home. So there we are. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon.